Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome everybody. Today we're going to do a 30-minute sequence on and off the mat. I choose to theme this around our chair pose that we're going to just go into a few sequences to support any other supporting poses around it. You are welcome at any time to use modifications. I will show you modifications as well. At any time that you feel unease or a pose is not comfortable for you, please go into a resting position and join us when you are ready. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with a seating position. Find that seating position that is comfortable for you today. I'm going to start in this part, crossing my legs here. This is what works for me. And instead of doing the tabletop, we're going to go ahead and just start circling, going into that rotation moment, bringing the bodies forward, and then bringing it back. And you can take any organic move that works best for you. And then I'm going to go ahead and rotate on the opposite side. And go ahead and start executing that breathing if you haven't started. Maybe inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you come back. And go ahead and start swaying that body to side. And again, whatever organic movement that you want to choose, just to warm up the torso and the upper body area. Inhaling and exhaling. And then come back into that neutral position. Taking the attention right now to make sure that you are extending the torso and drawing the navel in. This is what we're going to use throughout the whole practice. So even in each pose, you will find that drawing that navel in closer to your spine will help you in some of the more challenging poses. So we're going to go ahead and bring our arms close to our chest and going to lift up the left arm up, extending it up forward, and then bringing it back down, and then let's do the opposite side. And at your own pace, go ahead and just do it back and forth. Inhaling and exhaling, perhaps inhaling when you're going up, exhaling as you're coming down. You can put a little slight side bend to it as well, or just bringing those arms, extending it up towards the ceiling. Waking up our shoulders here, waking up the side torso. And then let's go ahead and bring both arms up together, clasping our fists, and then flipping those palms up towards the ceiling, extending it up. On the next exhale, go ahead and bring it over towards the left. Going back to neutral on the inhale, and then going on the opposite side. On the exhale, then extending it up. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling, bringing the arms down. And since we do a lot of typing and texting, go ahead and let's start working with our wrists. We're going to go ahead and rotate the wrists on one side. And then we're going to bring it on the opposite side, go into that reverse. Showing our fingers love just as well. Go ahead and spread those fingers wide. And then close down into that fist, bringing the thumbs inside, squeeze, and then release. And let's do this a few times. You can do this at your own pace. And then go ahead and clasp those hands again together, and then we're just going to go do another small rotation here. And then release. We're going to start off with our tabletop, finishing up our warm-up. Placing yourself in a tabletop position, making sure that the arms are underneath your shoulders, the knees perhaps hip distance apart. Going into our bird dog, extending the opposite hand and the opposite leg. Starting on our inhale, begin to lift both limbs up on the opposite ends. Keeping the head parallel to the earth, and then exhaling back down. Let's do the opposite side, inhaling up, Stretching those limbs. And then exhaling back out. Promoting balance, promoting strength. Go ahead and do this a few times at your own pace. Inhaling up. Doing my last pair. Coming back to that tabletop position. Go ahead and start rounding that spine up, bringing that chin to chest. On the inhale and exhaling back down. Inhaling in. Rounding the spine, exhaling out. One more time, inhaling in. Exhaling out, flattening the back. Go ahead and widen those knees on the outer edges of your mat, touching the big toe. We're going to go ahead and sink those hips down towards our heels, extending the arms forward as comfortable as possible. Bringing the head lower towards the earth. We're not going to stay here. Go ahead and round that spine up, bringing those hips forward. Opening up the chest, bringing the shoulders down, squeezing those shoulder blades. Keeping the fingers wide, go ahead and use your hands to push yourself back. Going back into that child's pose. And again, we're going to go at our own pace. We're going to go back and forth as we continue to our warm-up. Preparing ourselves for our standing poses. Perhaps exhaling when you're going down into child. Coming up when you're going into the open chest. Keeping those shoulders down, opening the chest. A few more times. Open the chest here. Let's remain here. And you can walk your hands back as we approach ourselves to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back into that position or curl your toes. So keeping the feet flat and round yourself up. Going into our downward facing dog. Bringing the heels down towards the earth. It does not have to touch. Maybe rocking the body from side to side, easing into this position as we loosen up any tight muscles that we have in our arms, in our calves. A few more breaths here. Maybe pedaling as well will help. Bringing those heels back down towards the earth. Go ahead and bring your heels up, lifting them up and walking them towards the back of your hands. Going into our forward fold. Loosening up the head and the shoulders. Maybe shaking your head yes or no just to ensure that you are relaxed in all areas. It's okay to still have a micro bend in your knee. If you're ready, you can straighten those knees up, pushing them up towards the ceiling, feeling that nice stretch. And then one vertebrae at a time, begin to lift yourself up. Head coming up last. Working our way to Tadasana, our standing position for mountain. And as you make yourself up, go ahead and start rolling those shoulders back. And then bringing them forward. And then pressing them back again. And make sure that all four corners of your feet is pressed against the earth. Going back into our tensional pose, making sure that the torso is extended. Drawing the navel back towards the spine. Lifting up the head. Going into our first extended mountain. Go ahead and go into an inhale up. And then exhale back down. And we'll move over to the side so you can see. Go ahead and inhale it up. Clasping your thumbs together and spreading those fingers out as if you have wings here. And then we're going to bring and tilt ourselves back if you can, or you can stay straight up, whatever's supporting you today. And then exhale, going into our forward fold, bringing yourself down towards the earth, halfway lift, keeping the fingertips, if you like, towards the mat, or you can also bring it towards your shin. And then exhale back down, going back to the extended mountain, inhaling up. Let's clasp those thumbs again, maybe going into a slight backwards bend, bringing the hips forward, exhaling, going back into that forward fold. And halfway lift on the inhale. Exhaling back down. Inhaling one more time, going all the way up to that extended mountain. Just bringing the palms close together. Bring your feet together if you don't already have it. Heel toe, it doesn't have to touch, but close enough. We're going to go ahead and sink ourselves down into our chair position. So on a nice inhale, and then exhale, coming back down, sinking the hips back and down. And we're not going to stay here. Go ahead, inhale back up. Then exhale back down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down, perhaps going deeper. We're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1, and then inhaling up. And go ahead and lift that heel as you're bringing that extension up towards the ceiling. And if your body's supporting you today, you can go ahead and lift that knee up towards the ceiling, towards it, making it parallel towards the mat. Accept the wobbling. And go ahead and bring that leg towards the back. Keeping those arms up, going into our warrior one pose. Making sure your toes are facing on the outer edges of your mat. Inhaling, exhaling, going towards warrior two. Dropping those hands in the back, extending the hand over, the front hand over, going into our peaceful warrior. And let's flip those hands over and pretending like you're grabbing a beach ball. We're going to keep our hands in this rounded position. And on the next exhale, bring it all the way around. And then going back and keep it straight. We'll go into that slight backwards bend on that inhale. And then exhale again. One more time, inhaling. Exhaling again, bringing it around. Dropping that hand down towards the mat, going into that deeper extension. And like clockwork, go ahead and watch the hand go around. We're going to go into rotation here a few times. That's 1. 2. Going into our third rotation, coming down, and we're going to go into the reverse, bringing it back around. And as we're bringing it back around, we can also twist our body back into that neutral position. Lifting our back foot up, going back towards our Tadasana. Going to that inhale, starting on the opposite side. Exhaling down. Inhaling again. And then go ahead down into chair pose. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down, going deeper for 3, 2, 1. And then bringing again your torso, lifting the torso back up. If you can, go ahead and lift that heel. And if you want to, you can go ahead and bring that leg back up parallel. Or keeping it down towards the earth and tilling the earth. We're going to just drag those toes towards the back. The toes facing on the outer edges of your mat, going into our warrior one. Inhaling, exhaling, warrior two. Dropping that back hand, peaceful warrior. Grabbing that beach ball. And I inhale and exhale and bringing it forward. I'm going to do this a few times. Dropping that hand down towards our thighs. Reach, reach, reach. And going back into that clockwork rotation. Following our hands if you can. Going at your own pace. Again, continue to use that back leg as your anchor to help support you in this position. Coming down for 3, we're going to rotate on the other side. And as it comes down, we're going to bring our body around back to the neutral. Lifting our back leg, bring it back up to meet the next. Going back until I inhale one more time. Exhale, forward fold, placing the palms down towards the mat. Go ahead and extend both legs towards the back. Going into our plank position, you're welcome to bring your knees down. And as you lift, bring your body down with control if you can, keeping the elbows close together. Dropping the head, dropping the body down towards the torso, towards the mat. And then lifting it up, going into upward facing dog. Either walk your hands back, or lift yourself up, downward facing dog. You may feel that your heels are closer to the mat now. Maybe, maybe not. But that's okay. Taking a few breaths here. Lifting those kneecaps up. And then bringing them down towards the earth. Positioning yourself, let's wrap those hands around. Going into our Balasana, our resting pose. Whatever that looks like to you, you can go into seated. You're welcome to sit up. Taking this moment to reflect. We are almost there. We have completed halfway of this practice. Honoring yourself in this moment. Do not forget to breathe. When you are ready, you can bring your hands down, around towards the front. Coming back into that tabletop position. Spreading the knees again out on the outer edges of your mat, touching your big toe. Let's go ahead and sink down to child's pose. Maybe bringing your elbows a little closer to your knees. You're going to lift up and open up the chest. You can stretch the arms out here or open it up wide. Inhaling and then exhaling, we're going to thread it through. Still breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Let's go ahead and lift those arms all the way back up. Nice stretch. And then rotate it towards the front. And we're going to do the opposite side. Extending that opposite arm out. And you can also lift it. If your body's inviting you to go further, by all means do so. And exhale, threading it through. Few breaths here. And then go ahead and extend that arm back up. Inhaling, rotating it towards the front. Sinking the body back down. Let's go ahead and flip those hands over, palms facing up. Feeling that nice stretch in your shoulder blades. And placing it back down towards the earth. Bringing your body forward. And then placing it down to the mat where both your forearms and your hands are touching. Torso extended. On a nice inhale, and then go ahead and exhale, bringing that head down. Inhale, lifting up. A few more times, exhaling down. Inhale, lifting up. Pressing the hands in the earth to help you in this position. Exhaling back down. Spreading those fingers, lifting the head up, lifting up the torso. And then as you come down, let's go ahead and wrap those hands again around towards our lower legs. I'm going to do what we call our locust pose, keeping the pelvic down on the mat. We're going to lift our limbs up, and we're going to do this 3 times. On that inhale, go ahead and begin to lift up the body, the limbs, keeping the pelvic down. And then exhale back down. Do it one more time. Let's do it twice actually. Lifting up, squeezing the glutes. Exhaling back down. One more time, lift up. Exhaling back down. Bring the hands forward, very good. We are almost at the end of our sequence. But we're going to bring our legs around, placing our heels closer to our hips. Go ahead and wrap those arms around. Giving yourself a nice hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release. Let's do that again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release. Taking that right arm, bring it towards the back and twisting the body, placing the head, looking over your shoulders. Perhaps on your next exhale, you can go even deeper. Next exhale, begin to wrap those arms back around, bring the torso back towards the front. Inhale, exhale, do the opposite arm and twist, bringing the head over the shoulders, looking over the shoulders. The next exhale, go ahead and bring those arms back around, squeezing and then releasing, extending those legs out. Go ahead and sit there and put a pitter patter here, warming up the legs. The purpose of that again is we're going to bring our heel closer to our hip area, placing both the bottom of your feet together, going into that bound angle. You're using the elbows to help you in a stretch. Don't necessarily push too much down, just do what's comfortable for you. And then keeping that torso lifted. You can also tilt forward a little bit if that helps as well, going into a more deeper stretch if your body is inviting you to do so. If not, stay right there where you are. Go ahead and bring those legs back together. Going back into the long length of the mat, bringing those arms forward. You can keep the feet hip distance apart if that works for you. We're going to go into slightly bringing ourselves back, bringing the navel cord in to help support you in this position. And then exhale, come back up. Let's do that again. Inhaling down. And then lifting yourself back up. Again, if your body's inviting you to go further, go ahead and go into a deeper back bend here. And let's go ahead and do a few pumps here. And then exhaling back, coming back up towards the front of your mat. And then slow and with control, let's bring our backs down, fully down towards the earth. Spreading those legs on the outside of your mat. And we're gonna go into our windshield wiper, swiping here and there. Maybe pausing for the first round. And at your own pace, go ahead and go into this motion a few times. Go ahead and heel toe your feet back together, bringing our knees towards our chest. And if you like, you can rock back and forth, giving our lower back a nice massage. Bringing that left foot down, let's extend that right leg up towards the ceiling, flexing the foot here. If this feels supportive to you today, you're welcome to stay right here. If you even want to go into a deeper stretch, you can reach your hands up towards your toe. Keeping that lower back on the floor. Let's place that right leg over our left knee. Again, you can remain here or bring that left knee towards your chest for figure four. Dropping that left knee down, releasing that right leg off. And now let's bring that left knee towards our chest. And then let's extend it up towards the ceiling, flexing the foot here. And whatever your mobility is today, you can place your hands wherever it's comfortable for you. Then placing that left leg over the right knee, bringing the right knee towards your chest for figure four. Releasing that leg, placing both feet on the mat, bringing both knees together. Let's extend both legs up, flexing and extending the foot back and forth, and perhaps wiggling the toes, taking any organic movement, giving our ankles, feet, toes some love here. Bringing all the arms up in between the toes, placing the fingers on it, going into a wide angle here, into a happy baby pose. And you can rock back and forth, or if you like, you can just stay here, stay still in this moment. Bringing our legs together, placing the foot back down, feet down to the earth. Go ahead and extend those legs out. On that short savasana today, splaying those feet out. Palms facing up towards the ceiling, having that natural curve in your fingers. Releasing all tension today. Perhaps removing the tongue from the top of your mouth. Any areas where you notice tension, take a deep breath in. Exhaling out. Begin to wiggle your fingers in your hands, working our way up into our seated position. You're rolling yourself over to the side, perhaps placing your hand on your bicep. Propping the hands, using your hands as a prop to lift yourself in that seated position. Going into your comfortable seated position. Go into our extended inhale. Exhaling back down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. One more time. Inhaling up, reaching up, extending the torso. Bringing our palms together. Coming down to heart center. Thank you all for showing up for your practice today.